The Stephen Less Studio presents. Welcome to a dramatic audio presentation of The Stephen Less Studio, starring Anthony Sherritt in Tough Love, written and directed by Stephen Less.
She can't mean it about hating me. She can't. I'd kill myself if that were true. How can she hate me? Who knows? If only I... Vincent? Is that... I can't believe it. I was just... Oh, you caught me talking to myself. I don't make a habit of it. But what are you doing sitting in this gloomy corner of the park? I never see anyone here. For me, it's just a shortcut. It's your old friend, Theo. Don't you recognize me? Theo from the old days. Of course you do. Well, I was just on my way to my girlfriend's apartment. Well, you remember Denise, your ex-wife? It's her apartment. Although I'm there enough for it to be... That's why it's so funny to run into you. Do you mind if I sit? I've been rushing and rushing. It's been 3 years of rushing just to keep up with her. I think that's about how long it's been since I've seen you. And here you are. What's that? It looks like a gun. Why are you sitting in this lonely corner with a pistol in your lap? Oh, well, I'm sure you have your reasons, old friend. So what... You look a little haggard, Vincent. Maybe you should shave. Shaving is a sign of a civilized man. Even Lacey, your daughter, knows that, and she's only 17. Although, that's a nice hat. Or it probably used to be. A gun on your lap. You never were one to follow convention, that I remember. Always the prankster. Unpredictable. What does that say? Beretta. I don't know anything about guns. I probably should. Looks like a pop gun. Like your daughter played with only a few years ago, it seems. You and Denise just doted on that girl. Well, anyone can understand that. She was your only one. Poor Freddie. He didn't even last long enough to be baptized. Not that you cared much about that stuff, I guess. I guess that was the strain. Yeah, that was the strain. I mean, that was the beginning of the end for you and Denise, although it took a while. Denise was very lonely. You didn't help much with your depression. A little bit selfish of you, wasn't it? Someone had to be there for her. I didn't set out to play the role, but with your attitude towards her after the accident, you just more or less pushed her into my arms. And you know, it all started that day. The three of us were on the beach, and Denise, who might have had a little too much to drink, was trying to explain to you why the accident was not my fault. And you just got up and walked away down the beach. And we waited for you. And the sun went down, and it got really cold, and Denise had goosebumps a mile high. So we went inside, and she went to your room, and I went to mine, and then a little while later, I went back to your room to see if you had come back. And it was dark, and all the lights were off, and she just took my hand and led me to the bed, and that's when she told me that she was attracted to me. Well, she didn't really tell me. Anyway, I got the picture pretty clearly. When you came back, it was, I think it was the middle of the night. And I was asleep in my room, and I heard you two arguing, but I just figured it was whatever was happening between the two of you, and I went back to sleep. She hates arguing, or any confrontation for that matter, but sometimes she's not very nice to Lacey. I guess someone has to be the disciplinarian. Someone has to be the adult in the room, as they say. Do you have a tattoo on your arm? You? What does it say? It's going to be really dark here with the foliage and the clouds and the sun setting. Getting cold, too. In a little while, I can barely make it out what it says. B dash A L O N E dash Y. Baloney? Baloney. Oh, I never noticed that. Baloney is alone with a B at the beginning and a Y at the end. The boys at Goldman Sachs can't like that too much. But I guess you usually wear long sleeves. Except for when you're sitting in the park with a pistol in your lap. What are you looking at? Oh, I bet you're wondering about this dainty little package. Pretty, huh? I had them wrap it at the store. I made sure they did an extra special job. It's for Lacey. This is her 18th birthday. I don't know if you would remember something like that, especially in your condition. But that daughter of yours, she has really blossomed. I mean, she's grown up. Not the skinny kid anymore. You know, you should be proud as a dad. I'm not trying to foist anything unsavory or uncivilized on you. You have a special relationship with her that no one else does, obviously, being her father, but then so do I. Not the same, of course. Actually, I spend quite a bit of time with Lacey. Denise always seems to be busy, works late, so it's Lacey and me. What do you think I bought her for her 18th birthday? She's always wanted one of those French bikinis like in the Bond movies. Ursula Andress, you know. Oh, she will fill it out quite nicely. You haven't seen her in some time. Yeah, quite well, I must say. Bond would approve. Of course, I'm no Bond, don't get me wrong. I like and admire an excellent shape on a girl when I see it. I mean, not to say you would think that about Lacey, given that she's your daughter. Still, you always were one to admire a nice shape, if I remember right. Remember Rick's daughter? Ho, 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 va, va, voom, as they say in Italy or somewhere not very civilized. Yes, Denise works late almost every evening, so I have to look after Lacey. But she's easy to manage. Quiet. Doesn't seem to have a lot of friends. Or boyfriends. She had this one lug, but I got rid of him. She's moody, I guess. But I know how to handle her. She looks up to me. She calls me Uncle Theo. Cute, eh? It's funny. She dotes on me like you used to dote on her. Oh, she won't mind if I'm a little late. I'll tell her I ran into you and you said hi. She cooks dinner every Thursday night. Have you seen the new Bond? Well, no matter. No matter. What's her name in the movie? Va va voom. Yes, tonight she will be 18. What's so magic about the number 18 anyway? It's completely arbitrary. Still, that type of thing is necessary in a civilized society, which I believe is important. Being civilized is important. I believe in that type of thing. I mean, to whatever extent it's practical. Yes, it's important. Sometimes it's a matter of patience. I'm a civilized man, and I play by the rules, and I'm proud of it too. And today's her birthday, as you know. Probably. And I'm giving her a French bikini like Ursula Andress. Lacey talks about wanting to be a Bond girl, and she wants to be painted all in gold. Isn't that funny? But she'll settle for silver. Anyway, she had better. I have to put my foot down somewhere. As the adult in the relationship. Well, She'll be an adult tonight. Denise will come by later, hopefully, but sometimes she doesn't come home at all. She sometimes sleeps at the office. She's a cot there. She showed it to me. Made me come to the office just so she could show it to me. I don't know why. A cot is a cot, but that's Denise, crossing her I's and so on, dotting the T's. Do you even have a permit for that thing? That's the kind of thing I mean by civilized. Going by the rules. Hey, I don't think it's civilized to hold a gun against someone's forehead. I mean, I don't know much about guns, but I know that much. Especially an old friend. Still, I know you're kidding. Very funny. Still, nothing like a gun pressed against one's forehead to make one anxious. On the other hand, you might be doing me a favor. I'm kidding. Kidding, of course. Still, it's funny how someone so young can... Lacey is waiting. She's making dinner tonight. Every Thursday. But today is very special. It's her 18th birthday. I wouldn't want to think that thing is loaded. I'm sure something that small couldn't do much damage. Am I right? Am I right? What am I saying? You wouldn't hurt an old friend. Still, it's not very comfortable. So please, take it away. Ow! You're pressing it too hard. Vincent.
This has been a dramatic audio presentation of the Stephen Less Studio, starring Anthony Sherritt as Theo. I'm your host, Marcia Stokel. Visit thestephenlessstudio.com for more. Copyright 2023 by Stephen Less. All rights reserved.